This is the OldPreMeds podcast, session number 83. You're a non-traditional student entering the medical field on your terms. You may have had some hiccups along the way, but now you're ready to change course and go back and serve others as a physician. This podcast is here to help answer your questions and help educate you on your non-traditional journey to becoming a physician. Welcome to the OldPreMeds podcast. My name is Dr. Ryan Gray, the host here, as well as many other podcasts. You can check out everything that we do at mededmedia.com. That's MEDED media.com. Now, today's question, taken directly from the oldpremeds.org forums, concerns finding clinical research experiences. Now, our poster today says, I have come across great programs for college students to find research internships during the summer. However, I'm having a hard time finding volunteer clinical research opportunities for those who are out of college and currently working full-time. Living in a city where healthcare is the backbone of the economy, there must be opportunities out there. Does anyone know where to look? Yes, I can help you look. So here's what I did. I saw this question and I said, where would I start? Now, obviously, having gone through the process, I know a little bit more, but not a lot more than anybody else trying to find clinical research opportunities, because I personally didn't participate in a lot of clinical research opportunities outside of some of the things that I did while in medical school. And so that's where I would go and look. So there are definitely programs out there for pre-med students, so college students. There are programs out there to pair up college students with research opportunities that are going on to help college students get that experience. But that doesn't mean that there aren't plenty of opportunities for a student to get involved in research. Now, the first place that I would go, so this student is saying, living in a city where healthcare is the backbone of the economy. So I'm going to say, let's assume this is Boston. Boston has huge academic hospitals in the area with BU and MIT and Tufts, big hospitals, big academic medical centers, lots of research going on, huge pharmaceutical industry in that city as well. That's where I would start. So I would go on to Mass General's website. I would go on to Google, actually, and search MGH research and whatever specialty. So if you're interested in neurology, MGH research neurology. Google that. You'll get a list of, hopefully, and I did this yesterday as I was preparing for this question, you'll get a list of physicians who are doing research in the neurology department. And you find their email address and you email them to say, hey, here's who I am. Here's what I want to do. Help me out. And then you go down to the next person. Here's what I do. Here's who I am. Here's what I want to do. Help me out. And send a bunch of emails. Maybe send 5. Wait till you hear back. Give it a couple days. Send 5 more. Send 100. And if everybody responds back, sure, I'd love to. Then be like, well, actually, I have other opportunities. Obviously, you don't want to burn bridges, but you need to cast a wide net to be able to get that yes to help you find opportunities. I also mentioned the pharmaceutical industry. So let's assume this is Boston. Pharmaceutical industry is huge. Reach out to them. What sort of research opportunities do they have? Obviously, they're working typically closely with physicians in the hospitals, in the clinics, doing the clinical research, but there may be opportunities either at the pharmaceutical company, or they can put you in contact with the PIs, the physicians that are actually doing the research in the hospitals and in the clinics. That's where I would go to find research opportunities. Yes, the programs are going to be frustrating because they're going to be limited to actual students, pre-med students, and not to the non-traditional students typically. I don't know any off the top of my head. I didn't do any research prior to for research opportunities for non-traditional students. but I'm going to assume that they're probably not out there. If there are, it'll be few and far between. So that's what I got for you. Use Google, search for hospital, research, and then the type of specialty that you're thinking about. Look at those physicians and reach out to them through email, through phone calls. Let them know who you are and see what they have to offer you. All right. I hope that was helpful for you to get some clinical research experience. If it was, I would love for you to leave a rating and review in iTunes. It takes only a minute and greatly helps me because I like it. I like to see those ratings and reviews. And I would love for you to share this podcast with a friend, a family member, an advisor if you're at a post-bacc program, wherever you may be. Hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next time here at the OldPreMeds podcast.